Hey mamas, my name is Kristen Latimer. I'm a Covenant Life Coach and I'm also a homeschool mom. And I've been talking to some of y'all this past week and kind of trying to get some feedback on what are you struggling with right now? What are some challenges? We're getting to go ready to go into a new school year and just wondering what's on your mind, what feels like a struggle right now. And so this week I'm excited we're going to address some of those things. And today I want to talk about some time management tips and strategies. So I'm also going to share a PDF. I just made a PDF of some of the things I'm going to talk about today, so you guys can check that out too if you want to take notes. So time management, that can feel like a real struggle, and that's that I have struggled with too in the past. It's like it can feel like there's not enough time for everything, especially, even if you don't have an outside business outside the home or working from home, like just the daily tasks of housework and taking care of the kids, taking care of yourself, like it can feel like there's just not enough time. So I wanted to give you some strategies to kind of help change your mindset around that and help encourage you to just really tackle this time management for your day to day. So the first one I wanted to talk about, and I think it's the most important, is just coming before the Lord every day and just asking, God, what do you want my day to look like today? And I think that's the most important. We could start our day off just feeling really distracted, or just if we've been thinking about things all night long, we can wake up feeling like already overwhelmed. So I encourage you just to take a moment when you wake up. If you'd like to have a devotion, that's awesome. But it can be just as simple as coming before God and just saying, God, what do you want my day to look like today? And just spend some quiet time, just even a few moments, and just think about what are my priorities today. And you can even make a quick list of what those major priorities are. So coming before God at the beginning of the day, what should my day look like? Then the next point I want to challenge you with is think about what is your most important ministry. You may have a lot of responsibilities in your life. You baby, a mom, a wife, a teacher if you homeschool. You may have a business. You may work from home. You may have a business outside the home. So think about, what are the ministries in your life right now, and what is your most important one? And I want to tell you, God, motherhood is a very important ministry. That's high up on the list. That's a priority. God has entrusted you with these children, these souls to raise up and train up. And so just thinking of it that way, that it's a ministry, and thinking about too, how do I show up for it? How do I show up for this ministry? If you've had other employment, like how do you show up for a job? You set an alarm in the morning, you get dressed, you get ready, you get prepared for the day. Do you show up that same way as a mom? Do we think about it differently, and why is it different? That's something that I had struggled with in the past too. It's like I would sleep in really late because it's just hard to feel motivated to get up and do the things I was supposed to do. But if you can change the way you think about it, being a mom, being a mother to these children, raising them to be, kingdom warriors, that is such an important ministry. And so how can I show up for that every day? And how would I prepare for that? If it's just as important as, a job that I show up for, how do I show up as a mom? So I just wanted to challenge you to think of that a different way. And the next point I want to talk about is sometimes we wait to find the right time, or we wait to find that downtime where we can catch up. So I challenge you that the right time is now, and to not wait for things to look less crazy, less overwhelming. Like the time is now. Time is a resource. And so treat it, just jump into it. It's never going to be the right or the perfect time. So I challenge you just to take steps forward and get moving. So the right time is now. Another thing I wanted to encourage you with is a lot of times we can say, oh, I don't have the right tools for that, or if I had help with this, or if I had, a different tool, I could take care of my house better. If I had one of those Roombas, I could keep my house cleaner. But I encourage you to think about, what can I do with the tools I have available right now? Like, what's available to me right now? I have a broom, I have a mop. I can take care of my floor right now. I don't need to have one of those Roombas, even though it would be really nice and might save me time, I think. What can I do with what I have available to me right now? And it doesn't have to look perfect. And you may have heard this phrase before, but sloppy success beats perfect failure. So even if it doesn't look perfect, it doesn't have to look perfect. It's just a process. And the more you go through that process, it's going to, you'll be surprised at how much time you can actually create, how much time you can save. So don't wait to start. Just use the tools that you have right now. And then finally, when we think about tasks that we don't like to do, like folding laundry or, cleaning the bathrooms, that's one of mine that I get hung up on. There's some tasks or some things that we have to do that's going to take a really long time. And we keep procrastinating and putting it off because it's not something I want to do. It's going to take forever. I'd rather do something else. So I encourage you is to time yourself on a task that you don't necessarily enjoy. And you might be surprised. You may think, oh, this is going to take a long amount of time. But if you actually do it and set a timer at the same time, you may be surprised at how quickly you can get it done. So have you ever been, at a lecture or in a conversation with someone, or just you've been in a situation where it's time is dragging on, the end of school bell is never going to ring, as time just seems to be going by so slowly. But have you also been in a situation where it's you could be having a conversation with a friend or your spouse, or you could be doing something that you really enjoy, and the whole afternoon flew by so quickly. And so it's in our mind, we can actually kind of expand and contract time. And so some of those tasks that we think may take a really long time, we kind of expand that time in our mind, when in reality, it doesn't take that long at all. So I encourage you just to get a reality check on how long is this actually going to take, and then to pair it with something that you actually enjoy doing. So if you're folding laundry or doing dishes, you can pair it with listening to a podcast, or putting music on that you really enjoy, or diffusing some essential oils that you enjoy having around the house that kind of relaxes you or lifts up your spirits. So pair a task that you may not enjoy with something you do enjoy, and that will help make that time go more quickly and make it more fun. So those are some time management tips that I have for you today, and I'd love to hear any feedback you might have. So I hope you guys have a great day today, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.